How you feeling, Tim?
Great.
Good, great.
Getting ready, mate.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Slightly out of place, I'd say, in this scenery.
Right, how's that?
Perfect.
Yeah? Are we right?
Hello, how you doing? This is Will, the writer, directory kind of guy from the film The Name. Colin Midgley, the main guy behind the camera, did a wonderful job. I think you'll all agree. I wrote it over a few weeks back earlier this year, 2019. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you've given it your time, a little bit of thought. It's our first project together in terms of a short film. Colin and I, that is, and Tim, and Joe McGardle. And yeah, it's been really great. All the feedback that you've given us, it's been really heartfelt and fantastic. So, like I said, it's our first project together, and I just thought I would I don't know, just expand on a few of the things that have been, I don't know, coming to me, questions and stuff. What's it all about? Blah blah blah. It's pretty self-explanatory, right? But how did it come about? Is the main question. So. I love the countryside, like most human beings. The idea of being penned in, like I am at the moment in London, a beautiful environment as London is, it can be quite constrained. And I've loved Petworth Park down in West Sussex my entire life, and I just wanted the excuse to go and film there, I think, and basically West Wittering and back and in Chiddingfold where I grew up. So the film starts, as you guys know, in the middle of Petworth Park, where we have a hungover, maybe potentially drugged Ricky, who's been kidnapped by his son. So where did that concept come from? I don't even know where that concept came from. Genuinely, I think it was just I wanted to be out of London, and in my mind, and then I had Tim Bentinck in mind, who's a friend of mine, and I just thought, I don't know, what happens if a guy gets kidnapped and gets dumped in the middle of the countryside? And then I started thinking about was character. Maybe this guy's shifty, you know, like I don't know, a dodgy stockbroker like Nigel Farage, or like a I don't know, like a really cheap kind of Liverpudlian, or Tony Soprano. Although that said, Tim brought the Liverpudlian aspect to the film. I always had him as a bit of I don't know, a Thames Valley kind of accent kind of thing. But anyway, so yeah, and then it snowballed from there. I thought maybe this guy's suspect. He's run away from his what do you call it, responsibilities in life. And so yes, he abandoned his family, his son, when he was, I don't know, when he was like in his 30s or what have you, and now his past is coming back to get him. So fast forward a bit, the film, the things, the son leaves out for Ricky, the trail that he leads him on. Why fish and chips? Okay, so the seaside is the answer to that. You know, when you're young, you go to the seaside, you fish and chips with your mum and dad, or, I don't know, your favourite uncle or what have you. But predominantly a family thing, isn't it? To have, like, fish and chips. So that was one thing. So the son would have missed out on those things. And it's a bit quirky, bit wacky, but as you find out down the road, the character, Malcolm, is a bit of an oddball. So yeah, and follow the yellow brick road again. I wanted something a little bit quirky, a little bit different. I like the idea of the yellow and the Lego being outside, like, you know, because you have the juxtaposition or the contrast of Tim's character Ricky dressed in a suit in the middle of the countryside, and I think you'll probably agree that contrast is quite stark. It's quite interesting. And I think as soon as we started filming it, it was like, Jesus, this is beautiful. Like it you know, I mean, that owed a lot to Colin's cinematography in that one, because he is exceptional, and how he's framed the shots and really helped bring out that contrast. So for me personally, there was a lot of that going on, but the Follow the Yellow Brick Road was kind of a homage, obviously, to the first film in colour, or one of them at least, The Wizard of Oz. You know, it's a wonderful, amazing film, and that for me was Joe's favourite film. What's Joe's? Malcolm's favourite film growing up that he was never able to watch with his father. And so that's why it comes into play. But obviously these are the things that they're very much from my own sort of, I don't know, imagination, that I want the viewer, you guys, to kind of like interpret in your own way. You know, it's like, I don't want it to be too on the nose. So anyway, I think then we come to the woodland at night. So that's shot in Chiddingfold, down my road. And just, by the way, the weather for this day was unreal. I know it's hard to think about that now. We're at the beginning of the winter and we just had rain, but this day was absolutely sensational. So we were completely blessed. And so we came to that night shoot, and I guess the meaning behind the Subutio is pretty obvious if you've kind of linked the points already. He's obviously wants father and son time, and you know, all boys love a bit of that, you know, and girls, and like anybody loves football who grew up like maybe from the 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, and today has hopefully had privilege enough to play Subutio. So I thought, yeah, that's part of my childhood, and obviously I'm a massive Southampton supporter, so I wanted to bring that in as well. The idea to have them, the Subutio figurines as the inaccurate colour was comedic. The haphazard nature of Malcolm, the frantic character that he is, didn't think things through properly, couldn't get the right pieces, etc., etc. That actually happened to me. I searched the internet everywhere for a Southampton red and white stripe, or just a red and white stripe team, and I couldn't find one. So the comedy aspect came to me. The comedic aspect came to me through accident, I suppose, and I feel personally like it really works when Tim delivers that line. You know, Southampton playing in their famous green. I love that. But then the red and white aspect, as you know, Southampton supporters out there, they didn't even play in red and white in the FA Cup final 1976. They played in yellow. Good luck trying to find a yellow Subutio figurine. Let me tell you. Anyway, that's another thing. So yeah, and the letter opener again. That's just a bit of fun, bit of like he doesn't really want to hurt anybody. Clearly, he doesn't want to hurt anybody, and I just thought it's a bit of fun. Yeah. But it's still, there's a level of intensity there, and I think that's owed a lot to Joe, who really brought his A game, because he was like waiting around a lot of that day, and he really brought his A game. So, bravo! Weird erratic clapping. Yeah. So that's, and then obviously then we're on to the final beach scene. So by then we're kind of crapping ourselves for battery. I think we had we had a lot of technical issues on the beach, and we managed to piece it together somehow. I think we basically there was a lot of juddering when we look back at the footage, a lot of it, and it was because the memory card was full and it was new. The equipment was new. We weren't aware of it. So we basically spent an awful lot of time correcting that, and Tim put a lot of effort into making that, piecing that whole last scene together. It was really amazing work. But it's beautiful, right? It's absolutely stunning. From that final scene, from start to end, is absolutely beautiful. I'll just take you through it a little bit. So yeah, up the sand from my memory here. From the sand dune, that's all on the gimbal, and the tracking shot, the light down the camera lens, that's really, really beautiful. And that's owed a lot to Colin's vision, I think. Like he is totally the man behind the camera in terms of framing. I don't know, bringing the kind of the feeling, the mood to the screen. He's amazing at it. And yeah, I wanted that bit to be as cathartic and as natural as possible. And I remember just like being completely amazed actually by Tim's performance and Joe's performance, because as you know, I'd written it, I'd seen it and played it over and over and over in my head for like, you know, good few weeks, months prior to it. But you know, when you call action, you don't really necessarily know what's going to happen either way. You don't know what Tim or Joe have lined up, and it was amazing, truly, absolutely freaking amazing. With the sun setting behind us, the Isle of Wight in the background, you know, the South Downs behind us, the sea just gently lapping away. It was absolutely majestic. And I think we did 2 takes. The first take, we had, again, technical issues with it. The second take just about made it over the line. The sun was, we were losing light. It was like we were filming, I don't know, The Revenant or something, minus, you know, a slash neck and a bear chomping at us. And yeah, Colin and I both welled up, you know, that ending that was, you know, I find now it's a very choking moment. It's beautifully done, you know, absolutely beautifully done by Tim and Joe. And yeah, I take my hats off to those guys. It's absolutely fantastic. I think I recall Colin half sliding down the sand dunes as we were doing it, which was something to behold. And also another bunch of film crew, literally about 60 foot from us as well. And I don't know whether you need permission or not, but yikes, it was serious guerrilla filming. So yeah, and I think Colin only did it with 1 camera and 2 lenses, and a few deflectors for lights, and a whole bunch of batteries, you know, and hats off to everyone. It was an amazing day, you know. We obviously, like I said, it's taken us a lot of time to get it over the line. It was in April, we filmed it. It's now like the 1st of November, so we had a lot of technical issues to get it over the line. But I'm so proud to have brought it to you guys. It's absolutely, it's really something. But for us now is another project. We're now about 3 weeks away from filming starting production on our next project, which is a full feature. Which will be featuring Toby Lawrence, Daisy Badger, and again Tim Bentinck, Sophie Bentinck as well, and Kevin, forgotten his surname, Reynolds, and that's a psychological thriller, and that's a full film. So we're really going at it at the moment. So I hope in about, I don't know, 6 months or whatever, I don't know, to brought you a full feature. So this project was really just to test the water a lot and find out what kind of a writer I am, find out kind of what we're all about, what we can achieve. And I think, bearing in mind this whole project, the short film, The Name, cost me about 150 quid, and who knows, you know, I mean, we did really damn well, I think, and I'm so grateful for all your support, as it's a real indie, total, absolute grassroots indie guerrilla film. It needs your support, basically. So if you can share it on, I don't know, geez, I hate social media, but at this moment in time, it's the only way to get it distributed. So if you can like it, share it, tweet it, Instagram it, all those wonderful things, it would really go a long way. But yeah, and also just to give us your feedback on your favourite parts of it and stuff really means a lot, because it's good to be informed. So me writing going forward, I know, you know, what is good and what isn't good, what works and what doesn't. But yeah, anyway, just to finish up, yes, we will be making a film soon. Hope to bring it to you. I hope you enjoy it. And thanks for supporting The Name. We loved it. It's been amazing bringing it to you. Peace out, man. Did I just say peace out? Jesus Christ. I don't know, man. Some days are diamonds, some days are rocks. Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers.